Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Let's Slice Data with Saurabh. I know that there is some gap in the videos from last video. I think 2 months back I uploaded one video for the PSM1 certification. Today I came up with a new video. Why? Because most of us are like working as a developer or in some other industry and they want to enter into the IT industry having a lot of experience. What all they can do few certifications which I have shown in the last video of PSM1, like Scrum Master and all. They have to understand what is the role and what kind of job they are going to do. Being a experienced resource, they cannot do development from the scratch. So it is better for them to learn and do the project management certifications, Scrum Master certifications, and to understand the Agile Scrum methodology, which is on the boom right now. Means everybody is talking about that. They need people who can manage the team, who can understand the client requirements, who can update the ADO boards, that is Azure DevOps board. Most people are afraid, like, okay, I did not work on the Azure DevOps boards, how they are look like, what are the things we have to take care. So today I am going to discuss about the ADO board, which is very important actually, and what kind of things you can manage there. So whatever work will come to you, how you are going to manage that. So that I will teach in this lecture about the ADO board. Very simple. In the simple steps, I will not cover the theory part at all. Go to azure.com, means like which I have shown in the last lecture, and learn about it. There is a lot of theory given there, but I will tell you how to tackle it, how to work on it. What are the important aspects you have to take care of that. Simple. So let me share my screen. Okay, and I will go to this. Okay, so I will talk about this Azure DevOps boards. What is the meaning of Azure DevOps? Few people are confused. Like DevOps means what? DevOps means development plus operations. Now the things are changing very fast. Everybody wants to do the work in the agile environment, and which is very important actually. So you all have to understand that what is agile, what is Scrum. I have already created one video on that. You can go into my timeline and watch that. That what is agile, what is sprint. So sprint is nothing but a small time frame where we all will work together and do some progress for the product development, and we will showcase it to the customer. In a small chunks, we have divided the work. And what are the things which you have to take care? How the Azure DevOps board look like? So when you say Azure, oh, cloud, I never worked on that. So this kind of feeling should not come to you if you just watch this video till the end, and like, share, and subscribe for those who want to learn more. Okay, so something like this, when you get to know that, okay, you have to work as a project manager or a program manager, a scrum master. So something like that, this board, they will give you the access. The first thing you have to do to create a project name, that, okay, what is the project name there? So let's say I am working on some data management kind of a project, or I am working on some data migration kind of project, or data extraction kind of project. Any kind of project I'm working on, I can create a project name that, okay, my project name is this. And then in that project name, we will divide our work in a way so that the team can work in a sprint and deliver the value to the customer in every sprint. A sprint is like 2 to 4 weeks maximum, but in most of the cases it is like 2 weeks. So you have to make sure that your work, whatever you are developing, whatever things you are deciding, you can complete it in that 2 weeks sprint, and developer should contribute into that. Okay, because the developer job is very important. So this is the board look like. First of all, don't get confused that, okay, this is cloud, this is that. So it's all very simple. Azure DevOps is just like a board where you are updating your work on day-to-day basis, that, okay, what exactly the work is, how we are going to do that, what kind of things we have to take care into that. So this is the board where you can see that, okay, this is the backlog items. What are the backlog items? What is their state? Whether it's a new one or already committed, or, or it's already approved, or we have completed that. So whatever kind of state it is, it will show here in the board, in the overview. And this is like Fabricam. I took this screenshot from the internet, so you can also take that. So don't get confused into this. This is just a view of the board, which I just want to show you. The next slide is very important, which I'm going to talk about. See, whenever you are going to work as a project manager or a program manager, this is the hierarchy you have to understand. Starting from the task. Task is the smallest portion of the work which you have to do in 24 to 48 hours. Then PBI is product backlog, or you can say user stories. This you have to do at least in 2 weeks, as I told you. Then there is a feature. Feature is a bigger chunk of work that, okay, I will give you one example as well. So feature will contain several product backlog items. Maybe it will complete in like 2-3 sprints or 4 sprints. Then there is an epic. Epic may contain certain features. So you can divide one feature for the product development, one feature for product testing, and the other feature is for product deployment into the production. So these 3 features you can create, and inside that you can create user stories or product backlog items. And in that you can create a task and assign it to someone who can work on that and who can take care of that. Then what is initiative? Initiative is nothing but a bigger chunk of work, the aim, the goal. Maybe one initiative have 2-3 epics. Means like, let's say a company come to you and he said like, okay, I want to migrate my entire data from X, Y, Z sources to a single source of truth, that is that. And maybe I have this work as well. So you can create 2 epics into one initiative. Initiative will be created for the end company, means like the client, which come to you and they will ask you to do some work. So you can create an initiative for that particular client. And then you can create several epics into that, okay, this is the initiative, the bigger work, the aim, the target, then the epics, something smaller, divide that work. Then there will be features, then there will be product backlogs, and then there will be tasks. In all of them, you have to put few key things that, okay, in initiative, let's say I said initiative, then initiative, what you all have to write. But that thing will continue till task also. You have to understand this. Maybe the time limit only for initiative is the biggest one, then the time limit for epic, then feature, product backlog, and then the task. As I told you, task will be complete in 24 to 48 hours. PBI should be complete in 2 weeks in a sprint. Maybe you can cover that feature in that sprint, or maybe feature can spread across 2-3 sprints as well. A sprint is nothing but a small time frame of a work. Then there is an epic. Maybe you have to complete one epic in 4 sprints. That, okay, one epic, 10 features in 4 sprints, you have to cover it. Then there is an initiative. Once you complete all the epics, features, product backlog, task, and you have shown it to the customer and customer has given you the green signal, then you can close this initiative that, okay, we have delivered everything for them. And then you have to create a support epic for that. Maybe in a different initiative that, okay, whatever products you have delivered to the customer, you have to create a support thing for them as well. So development, testing, production movement, and then support. So these 4 things you have to take care by the help of this hierarchy. Initiatives, epics, features. Why I'm telling this again and again? Because you have to understand, when you work as a project manager, they will talk you in this language only. And you have to answer them in this particular manner that, okay, sir, this was the initiative, which was like a 3 months initiative, which we have taken from the customer. Then we created certain epics that we will complete in a month. In that, we have created features that, okay, one feature can be converted into 2 sprints. 2 sprints are 15 days each. Then there's a product backlog, user stories. Okay, dividing the work into smaller portion. And then there is a task. I will tell you one example so that you can understand. Okay, so let's say customer came to us and he said that, okay, I do not understand how to do my work, or you can help me with that. I have a lot of documents in a particular, let's say, documentum where the PDF files are sitting. But who will go and read those PDF files? That's a very difficult task. I want to extract data out of it. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to create an initiative for them that, okay, there is a database called Documentum where all the PDF files, Excel files, or any websites, all are there. That is our initiative. Then epics we have to create. What is epic? Epic is a small chunk of work that, okay, I will take PDF in one epic. I will say, okay, I will take the PDF in one epic, Excel in second epic, and websites in the third epic, where we have to extract the data. Then we will create a feature out of it. PDF also, maybe certain kinds of PDF. We are working in oil and gas industry. Let's say you are working in finance industry. So there is one debit list, there is one credit list, or when you have financial balance sheet or whatever. So let's say you have all the PDFs there, and then you can create a feature out of it that I want to extract all the debit data out of it because it is in the PDF form and we don't have time to read it. So we will extract that data, put it in somewhere where we can read it, like in SQL or any other databases. Then there is a product backlog item. Then this comes as a user story. So user story you have to create in a smaller chunk that, okay, I have we have to collect this debit data, a debit Excel sheet or debit thing. I will extract data out of it and I will create a small user story. Our team will work on that. They will extract that data either manually or with the help of any other technology and create a database for us. And then we can go it from there. Okay, let's say in a sprint, I assigned a task to someone that, okay, this product backlog you have to work on. So he will create small tasks for the team. Maybe he has 2-3 people who are working with him. They can be contributors. He will create some tasks that, okay, you can extract the data, then you can download it from there, then you can put it into that database and then do that. So this is very important hierarchy. You have to understand initiative, epic, feature, PBIs, and tasks. This is the entire hierarchy of the project management. Whenever you work on any agile project or any Scrum kind of project, you have to understand this. It is nothing, just the names are different. Only the amount of work is decided into that. Initiative has the maximum work. Initiative is basically the work what we have to do. Task is the smallest portion. As I told you, timing matters. Task is smallest portion of time. PBI is bit bigger, feature bit bigger, then epic, then initiative. So, okay. So this is the definition by book. I took it from the Google. You can see stories, user stories, which I told you as PBIs, are the short requirements or requests written from the perspective of an end user. And you are responsible for that. So you have to be very careful when you're creating these short stories or user stories or whatever. So these short requirements are very important because this will help you to build that bridge. These are the bricks basically. That, okay, you are creating a bridge and these are the bricks. And then there can be epics. Epics can be broken into features. So first PBIs, the smallest portion, then features, then epic. Epic are the large bodies of work that can be broken down into a number of smaller tasks called stories or features, whatever you want to say. But hierarchy is that only: epic, then feature, then user story. And then in the end, it's an initiative. Initiative are the collection of epics that drive towards a common goal. It is from the client perspective. You have to tell him that, okay, we have created an initiative for that and we are working into that. We have created certain epics out of that. In that epics, we have created features, and in features, we are getting user stories and we are delivering value out of it. In 15 days, we will show you something working in initiative direction. So ultimate aim is to create, achieve that initiative, what client has said. So please learn this. Why I am telling again and again, it is very important when you go and work in a project. So this thing is going to help you. Next is the structure. And this structure is very important and it is same for everyone. Okay. Whether it is epic, initiative, feature, PBI, task, whatever it is there, you have to understand this particular thing. That what is the structure of that initiative? When we create an initiative, you have to assign it to someone. Assignment is very important because who is responsible for that? Who will do that? He will be the responsible for that particular epic or initiative. Anything means, like, for all of them, structure will be this only. You have to write these things into that. Then there is a state, whether that epic is, or let's say initiative is in the ready state, or it is in the backlog because customer came to us. He said, okay, we have to do that. So we have created an initiative. We do not have anything to work on. put it into the backlog, and we will wait for the customer to come back and give some, material regarding that or any access. Then we can put it into the ready state. Then we agreed on some, certain things that, okay, what is the scope of that particular thing? Then it will go into the in progress. If let's talk about the initiative only, then done or blog, maybe some other, drop downs also will be there, but state is very important. Then description of that epic or initiative. So what is the description? What it is all about? So you have to explain everything into that. Then there is acceptance criteria. Whatever we are delivering, customer may not take it as it is. So there you have to have a discussion with the customer, take his acceptance criteria, when he will accept it. Let's say he wants everything. I am talking about data only because in the IT industry, agile industry, we are working on a lot of data products or projects. So let's say customer said, okay, I want this data into this particular database. I will accept only if my data quality is 99.5%. Otherwise, I will not accept that. Simple. So that acceptance criteria must be clear, and you have to write it, document it. Otherwise, it is not going to work. Then the start date. Okay, when we are going to start. That is very important thing. Means like currently, maybe you are thinking that, okay, these are the small things, but no, you have to put the start date. You have to put the end date that, okay, I am targeting towards end of the year. I will achieve this initiative. Similarly, for Epic, you have to put some end date, start date. For feature, you have to put some start date, end date. And for the PBI or a user story also, you have to put some start date or end date. Then requested by, who has requested that? You have to put the name of the client that, okay, this is the person who has requested for this particular use case or initiative or, Epic, whatever. So it will all, first of all, hierarchy only. So you can put the requested by name everywhere, so that anyone who will open the PBI, then he can go up to the hierarchy as a feature or, Epic or initiative. He can understand that who has requested it, what was the description there, what is the acceptance criteria, what is the start date, what is the end date, and then there is a effort, or you can say weightage, or whatever you want to say. That is very important, because let's say you have created a user story and you have to give some weightage there. Okay, one is the smallest thing that, okay, give access for this database to the client. That is only one weightage, because you have to just add his email into the system and it will become a weightage of 1 or a effort of 1. 3, you might have to give access, only read access, then not the write access, or what kind of access he wants. 3. Then you want to give him the access to do the queries as well. Okay, 5. Then you have to give him, I am just telling as per the complexity of that. If you have to give access that, okay, he can change the data as well. 8. 13, he can create an entirely new database. He can create a new table into that. He can do a lot of things. Upon the complexity, might be this is not the complex work, but upon the complexity, you can decide the efforts. That for the user story, what is the effort, what is the weightage you can give to that. If it is a very complex story, and who will decide that? Developers will decide it. You are working as a project manager, you cannot decide that. Only developers will give their opinion that, Saurabh, it is very complex, and can you please give it as 8? Or you can give it as 13. So this structure is very important, and you have to give it to entire hierarchy, starting from initiative, then epic, then feature, then PBI, then task. Maybe some of them do not have everything, but most of the things are common there. So you have to understand that, okay, all these things are very important and you have to assign them. I will show you one more picture, which is just a feature picture you can see here. So here, what I was talking about. First of all, what is the feature name? You have to give that feature name, and then you have to give the parent. So this is the feature. So the parent will be the epic. So here you can see that, okay, parent is the epic given there. Then there are childs. Childs are nothing but the user stories. You have divided that feature into certain small stories, and people will work on that. Okay, how the structure look like? I took this from the internet, so you can go and find it there. So see here, Jamal Hartnett. Jamal Hartnett is the person whom I have assigned this, that, okay, you have to work on this. So his name should mention here. State is the new, maybe it's a new feature on which he's going to work on. What is the acceptance? What is the description? So description you have to write like this: update all web pages to more modern UI, user form factories, and implement new security implements. whatever it is related to your project, you have to give that. Then the acceptance criteria, it is blank here, but in your case, you have to give it. That, okay, this is the acceptance criteria, then only client is going to accept it. Otherwise, he is going to reject that. Then what is the iteration? So let's say we are working in the sprint 1, so you have to give the sprint 1, sprint 2, whatever. Area is nothing but a hierarchy, that okay, this project is coming under which stream, like data management. So data management area will come here. Then the start date, end date, which is very important, target date. What is the priority to? Priority is nothing but depending upon the customer's feedback, that okay, it is very important, I need it right now. Maybe 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever the priority is, depending upon the criticality. Then the effort. Effort is very important for every PBI, especially when you are creating a PBI, the childs of this same kind of structure will come. Then you have to give the efforts based on the inputs from your team members, your developers. So 3 people can work on that. I told you in the Scrum, if you can go there and watch. One is like your developers, Scrum Master, and Product Owner. Product Owner is nothing but the client, or maybe the person who is appointed by the client. Or sometimes it is from our team only, who understand the customer requirement pretty well, who can guide us that, okay, what is needed, what is not needed. So these 3 roles are there only into the agile stream. So if you can understand all these things and start working on these things, so I think it will be an easy task for you. And I will give you some more details in the next lecture regarding this Agile and Scrum. I've already created one video. If you want, you can go and watch there. Structure, I've already explained you what are the definitions, what is the hierarchy and structure, and this is the how it is look like. So these are very important things which I just want to discuss with you after a long time. So I thought to have some, talk with you. That's why I came online and I created this video. I hope it is going to help you. And if you like it, or if you have any questions, please put it into the comment box. This is the reality. This is the, exact what you have to do. Means I will not tell about the theory and all. This is the thing which you have to do. You have to understand about these jargons, and you have to start working on this structure part, because if you understand this structure, you can work on any kind of agile project. Only this thing: assigned to, state, description, acceptance criteria, start date, end date, requested by, efforts. Maybe some other things which are there. You have to attach it to the parent. Parent will come from initiative, then epic, then feature, then PBI, then task. So this is the hierarchy. So if you can get a chance to work on any ADO board or kind of project, so this will be the best one for you. If you like it, please share it with your friends and start working on ADO boards. Let me know if you have any query. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day and enjoy. Bye.